Okay, I guess it's a good time to start. Thank you. Thank you, first of all, to all the participants, the partners team who have taken out this time and joining our Techs and Tips webinar. Uh, this is basically an initiative being taken by the 42 Gears sales team, wherein every now and then one of the sales POC is telling more about the recent product advancements, the new product features, and how you basically can help your customers to get the most out of the SureMDM. So your host of the day, my name is Rishabh Dogra, and I'm the lead sales consultant at 42 Gears. I'm taking care of North and East India as a region, as well as Australia and New Zealand territory. My contact details are mentioned on the screen. So if you come across any questions or need any information regarding the product, please don't feel free to hesitate, and you can just reach out to me, and I'll be very happy to support you. So without taking any further time, I would just like you to take you to the today's topic. The topic of today's webinar is Frontline Identity Access and Management, or better called as FIAM. So most of the partners who are currently aware about the Sure MDM take this as a next step, as a next layer, wherein now will be focusing on the identity, access, and the real-time control of the devices as well. Uh, Before we take you to the fundamentals on which the frontline identity access and management is being based on, who exactly are the frontline workers? A very important question. So in my case, many of my end customers who are using the devices, having the Sure MDM agent on it, are not the ones who are behind the desk. They are maybe in warehousing, they are maybe in the logistics centers, or maybe in the healthcare department, which is basically operating in a very fast-paced environments outside the traditional offices. And they are using it on the shared device mode as well. That is, from 9 to 5, a person A would be using it. For example, then 6 to 8, another person would be using it. And it depends on real-time mobile access to the applications and data. So just example, logistics staff, healthcare nurses and technicians, the retail store staff, field engineers and inspectors, these all are our frontline workers. We have a discussion with our frontline customers and noticed there were some challenges in their day-to-day operations. One of the major challenge was device downtime and revenue loss. Another challenge was the workforce distractions because there were applications and content on those devices which was not meant for them for work purpose. And that can be used for entertainment purpose as well. Things like shared device passwords also led to increased cyber attacks. And there were complaints of data leakage as well because they were not aware at what time the device was being used, right? There were regulatory compliance issues as well. And obviously, there were identity blind spots. Now, the traditional MDMs or the legacy MDMs that we call, they solve the device level problems only. Of course, undoubtedly, those solutions are very useful when it comes to day-to-day operations, like the remote control, the remote support of the device, the location tracking of the device, to push any application, or to just have a device in a kiosk mode with few sets of applications. But the problem is that the traditional MDMs only knows the device, not the person actually using it. Few of the other things like using the shared devices and high workforces, it generally created security gaps because the IT admin is not having a clue who is using the device at what time. The traditional security solutions don't work well, basically because these people, working in the front line, they are working with gloves and heavy equipments, and it doesn't work well with gloves, speed, or even the shift work as well. Traditional VPNs, what is available in the market, they grant broad access to entire corporate resources rather than only few sets of applications and even domains. There is no centralized identity control and context-aware access policies within the legacy MDMs. And basically, it creates an IT fatigue in the IT team as well because they would be using multiple solutions for all these activities, which would enhance increase operational costs and maintenance overall. That is where 42 Gears is coming into the picture. We are introducing frontline identity access and management all in one unified platform, which is called as SureMDM. So FIAM if we call it in a layman term, it is developed or conceptualized in three pillars of FIAM. First is the device trust. That is, you verify the device. You set the policies, you set the compliances using the SureMDM. Second, user identity. You have to verify the user who is using the device at what time and what all applications. Now, once the device is trusted and verified, the user is trusted and verified, you will be having the third pillar of FIAM, how you will be giving the corporate access and the domains to that particular user in that particular time frame. So this is how we are going to have the FIAM strategy for all our frontline players. Now, pillar one, device trust. Most of you in the partner section, you're already aware about the SureMDM. This is the flagship product of Gears, and it is a device management solution. With SureMDM, you can achieve many things, but these listed points can help you configure your security compliance across your fleet of devices. Second, very important point, that you will be able to lock down your devices to only the applications and website restricted to that particular IT. Then you can remotely update the OS, the patches, and the third-party applications as well. You can take the remote control of the device and can also trace the location of the device and even the indoor location using a feature called as SureMDM in Locate. You will also be having the mobile threat defense, which is basically an antivirus for all your Android and iOS operating system devices, wherein you can scan those particular devices for malicious applications, for malwares, and you can take necessary action and delete those particular malwares. This was pillar one, and most of the partners over here in the call as well, they might have been using this solution till now. Now what we have introduced, SureIDP. SureIDP is firstly integrated within the SureMDM solution, and it is based on the principle of zero trust. It is in-house built identity and access management solution, wherein from now onwards, with SureIDP, you will be able to manage the users and device access to various resources. Second very important point, you will be eliminating the need of password fatigue using the passwordless authentication. I'll be also playing a couple of videos very soon in this presentation. We are using NFC card, face QR code recognition methodology to have the device in a shared device mode. You can also safeguard against identity-based attacks because now you will be having a clue at what time the device was being used by what person. You can also configure the applications, authentications with single sign-on, and yes, you can also grant the context aware using the conditional access option. So overall, you can ensure secure access and you can verify the user's identity with SureIDP. Now, as I told you, the device is verified, the user is verified. Now, how we are giving the access of those particular applications, IPs, and domains? That is again with a third add-on product called Sure Access. Again, it is integrated within the SureMDM, and it is also based on the principle of zero trust network access, wherein you can restrict the access to specific apps, IPs, and domains. You can provide real-time context-aware access to the users, and you can also encrypt traffic to only the sensitive applications. You can prevent against the network-based attacks, so you overall enhances the network security with Sure Access. So this was the purpose. Like, firstly, you need to have the device verified with SureMDM. Secondly, you will be identifying and verifying the user who is authorized to use that device. And thirdly, once the first two steps are done, thirdly, you will be giving them the corporate access so that your cyber attacks are not there, data leakage is not there, and that is the very reason why IT admin needs the FIAM. Firstly, the user identity tied to device posture. Second, full visibility into who access which app, on which device, and at what time. Thirdly, it eliminates the shared credential risk because every user will be having his own unique password to log in and access the corporate data. Last but not the least, it is an integrated solution. So you will be not having a thing to manage different consoles. So you will be having SureMDM, SureIDP, and Sure Access integrated in one platform, giving you an ease as an IT admin. I'll just play a couple of videos just to showcase how it basically would be looking like. Just a minute. This is fast share device logging using the NFC card and PIN. An end customer over here is using his NFC card. He will be asked to sign in using his email and password. Once his username and password will be entered, he will be asked to create a 6-digit PIN. Once the PIN is set, now this is what I was talking about. Only the device and the corporate resources assigned to that particular user will be assigned on that user, and only that applications will be visible on the device interface. Apart from that, everything will be blocked. Just to have a check, this is the particular email ID associated with this device now. And just to have a verification of it, now once he powers off and he powers on very quickly, he will be asked to enter his PIN. Now, only if he enters the correct PIN, he will be allowed to log in and access the corporate access or the applications or the resources he is assigned to. Now, his shift will be over. He will leave the device in the office premises. Maybe another person comes in now, and he will be having his own NFC card. He will be scanning it. It will be redirecting him to the same steps. He will be creating a unique 6-digit PIN for him. And now the corporate resources associated with him as a username will be having on the device interface. The email ID is different as well over here. This is just for a verification that completely the data and the corporate resources are different from user to user. Again, a quick cross check. We should, and again, a password would be required. He would be logging in. And now only the corporate data assigned to that particular user will be available in a kiosk mode again. So the data is very secured. This was how we were using it using the NFC card and PIN. What if we're having another way using the QR and face biometric? Now, this is an interesting concept. This is a host device where he will be logging into the Sure IDP settings. This will be done by the IT admin, basically. He will be logging in and signing in, and there will be all the users listed, which will be created via Sure IDP, or you can also, connect with the third-party applications as well. So here, once you will be clicking on that particular user, it will be creating his own unique QR code, and it will be linked with his face recognition. So as you can see on the screen, a QR code is created along with his face recognition. Now he can save this QR code and share it with that person. And he will be doing this activity with all the people. So all the register icon, like Harvinder Singh, will be asked to have his face recognition done and also create a unique QR code for himself. Again concept, he can share that particular QR code with the guy. So there's the IT admin's job is done. Now it's coming on the device level. Now remember the QR code which was created. He will be having his QR code with him, and he will be scanning that particular QR code. Second step, authentication, will be his face ID. Once the biometrics are matched, he will be authorized. Now he can sign in using his work email. And this is just for a clarification and an authentication, like, yeah, this work account will be associated with that username. So now he will be having his own corporate access and the work account of Google as well. Same policy, even if he just power off for a while and clicks in again, he will be asked to scan his biometrics again. And once it is done, only then he will be authorized to access his corporate access data. Again, shift ends, a new person comes in, uses the share device mode, having his own QR code created, which was earlier being created by the IT admin. It will be shared, and he will be asked to have this face biometric scan once again. He will be logging in. Just to have a verification, he will be using his own work account to check whether it is allowing him to sign in or not. Yeah, authentication was granted to him, and you can see that there would be a completely different work account along with the other party. Now, here's a funny thing. What if somehow a mischievous person, tries to grab the QR code somehow, okay? And he can take the picture of the QR code as well and later try to sign him using a dummy face card. But it will be failed here. So I hope this would be giving you some idea how the solution would be looking on ground and how useful it can be for all the frontline people. Again, just to reiterate, SureMDM, SureIDP, and SureAccess is easily available and use, and people are also making use, and the end customers are making use of SureIDP and SureAccess. But for the FIAM model, it is currently in beta version, and very soon it is going to be live for all of our product demonstrations. So just hold on, and we'll be sharing with you the release date of this very soon with you. I've also mentioned some of the useful links. 42 Gears community. It is a community page wherein you can just submit your questions, and some of the technical spokes at our end will be helping answer them. Knowledge base, it contains all the documentation part of the 42 Gears. So if you have to have a hands-on experience from yourself, you can definitely make use of 42 Gears knowledge base. We're having the 42 Gears Academy as well. It is free of cost, and you can just sign up there. We are having multiple courses for all the people related to sales, the pre-sales, so they can have the hands-on testing with the SureMDM. They can get them certified, and there are recordings as well available on YouTube on how you can make use of 42 Gears advanced features or the upcoming features as well. Most of the partners here would be aware about the Cosmos portal as well. So if you want to have the partner application with you, just go to this become a partner application form, and you can sign up, and you can just let us know, and we'll be very happy to support you. Lastly but not the least, thank you for attending. I hope this session was very useful for you. And one more reason before I drop this call, we are having a lucky draw later this year. So every time you attend, you qualify for a chance to win a prize. So the more the webinars you join, the higher your chances of winning. So, and luckily, this is the very first webinar of 2026. So we will be upcoming with many webinars this particular year, wherein one of the sales POC will be having new concepts telling, and they would be sharing the new advanced features with you. So just stay tuned, and we will be letting you know. If you have any questions, reach out to the partner marketing at 42gears.com for any partner related questions. For tech support at 42gears.com, you can reach out to them for any technical related questions. And of course, you can reach out to me at any time if you need any product demonstrations or the POCs, maybe in the very near future for the FIAM model. And yes, we will be definitely happy to support you. Upcoming Techs and Tips webinar. So stay tuned. Mostly it would be in the month of April. Then it would be in June, August. We'll be keeping you up to date. And before 2 weeks of time, there would be a calendar shared with all our partners for the webinar. And if you have any ideas and what exactly we can do much better at 42 Gears, please drop them in the chat, or you have my email ID. Please do reach out to us. and we will be having a dedicated demonstration and a tips and tips webinar on that particular topic as well. Thank you so much and see you soon. Before that, if there's any question, Chris, you can please let me know.
Yes, Rishabh, thank you. We do have one question. We have a question from Team Computers. How many shared profiles can be created in one device? So this obviously is a
very good question. So we can create unlimited number of users on the device. So using the Sure IDP policy, we can create the unlimited number of users on a shared device mode. The thing is that users should be integrated within the Sure IDP or any of the identity access management software, like Okta is there, Azure AD is there. So if you want, you can just drop me an email and I'll just provide a dedicated answer to that particular question. So yeah, just to answer the question, we can provide n number of users in the shared device mode.
Questions. Hold on.
Yeah.
Will this suit the education sector with the shared devices?
Of course. So Frontline, definitely it will be supporting the education center as well. And we're having the dedicated brochures for FIAM. Very soon, maybe within this week or the next week, you will be having it from the partner marketing team. And all the brochures related to this stuff will be shared with you. I can vouch it will be useful for logistics, retail, education, all the people who are working in the frontline sector. It is a must-to-have solution.
And one more question. How is the storage allocated locally in a device? Is there any specific config required?
That I need to check. So I'll just take that question down and definitely I'll just get back to you as soon as possible.
I have the name.
So Chris, please note down the question and from whom it was. It would be very helpful for me, sir.
No problem. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay. As Rishabh said, we do have marketing material coming out which will address more of the use cases and you will see more information. Education, obviously, probably not as prevalent as something like logistics or warehousing, but there will be obviously uses where students could come in and have a different use case to a teacher, for example, if they're using a shared laptop, for example,
exactly,
or a device like that, or if there's shared tablets that classes are using. Teachers, even parents could have different profiles compared to the students. So there's definitely potential to use it in education. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah. And if there's a school, for example, and the users, and if there's a school and if the users are already created and within the Sure IDP, those particular work emails or the school children emails will be having that particular access to only the allowed corporate or the education resources. So yeah, it will be useful for the education sector as well. And yes, there is a dedicated brochure and definitely it will be shared with you.
One more question. Do you have any solution to restrict device to any particular zone? I mean, that's obviously our fencing solution. So.
Yeah, so geofencing, time fencing, and network fencing is already supported. Geofencing, it is a virtual fence which will be created. Apart from that, if the fence, you can set the compliances as per the fence entered, fence exited. There's a time compliance as well, which is known as time fencing. So, for example, till 9 to 5, there's some kind of policies to be implemented on the device. It is available in network fencing that only few allowed Wi-Fi's or networks should be allowed on the device. Apart from that, everything will be blocked. So yeah, it is available geofencing, time fencing, and network fencing, and it is one of the key feature from the SureMDM. You can have it. And if you have any questions, please do reach out to me about that particular feature. We can have a dedicated demo on that particular thing.
That's all the questions, Rishabh. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you once again to all the partner community. Thank you for taking our time. I know there would be partners over here from outside India region as well, from different time zone. So thank you for your support, and looking forward to seeing you soon. Thanks.
Thanks, everyone. Cheers.